Hey, friends, welcome back to Holy Interruptions. I'm Pastor Brandon.
And I'm Christine.
It has been a minute since we've done one of these.
It has. We were going to take a break, I think, in August or September and come back, and then life just kind of happened.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Good and bad.
Yeah. You can see we've changed scenery a little bit. Normally we did this, we call it our cabin room, and had all our pictures and stuff behind us. And tonight we're in the living room, the opposite side of where you normally see our more formal liturgical videos. But yeah, this is a living room. It's all nice and freshly painted. We got some new window decorations, or not decorations,
Curtains.
treatments, window treatments, whatever.
Window treatments is a good one. It's very bougie. It's like the word credenza.
Oh, you're really going to pick on me for that word? It's credenza. There's nothing wrong with that word. But no, we've had a lot going on. I think since the last time that we've done a Holy Interruptions, we've lost 2 animals.
2?
Boogie and Macy.
I think Woogie was before.
Oh, okay.
It's been like a year since Woogie.
Yeah. Woogie was our little wiener dog, and the senior guy, poor little guy, couldn't hardly hear, couldn't hardly see, but he still tried to act like a puppy.
He did. We missed him a lot.
Oh yeah. And then Macy, our little gray cat who usually would meow and walk through, we had to put her down, and that's been tough.
Yeah.
And honestly, when that happens, trying to do videos like this, you just don't feel like it. It messes with you. That, and as you've seen in previous videos, we've repainted our living room. We're working on decor. The foyer is all painted. The stairwell, the hallway upstairs. We've refinished some of the steps. Still think there's a couple more to go. The dining room floor is all stripped, sanded, stained. Working on the polyurethane. Working on paint. Fixing some of the ceiling stuff. Because when you have a house that's 100 years old, settling happens, and there's cracks and stuff in the plaster that need fixed, and it's. I feel like Bob Vila. It's this old house, but every day. But it's. I don't know about you, but like for me, as we go through each room, as we keep redoing the things, like it's. You walk through the house and go, "Oh man, this looks amazing." Yeah. Especially the dining room floor. It was, so. For context, the house had carpet everywhere when Chris bought it, and like the stairs, that wasn't until a couple weeks ago, all had carpet on it, and I ripped it all up and took it out, and there's this beautiful hardwood staircase that it's just gorgeous. Like I don't know how else to put it. It's just elegant and gorgeous, and we were working on the foyer and getting it painted and picking colors, and Christine had this idea, like there's this little piece in between the red of the living room and the blue of the foyer, and we painted it black. But Chris had found this contact paper. It had mushrooms on it, and we had thought about putting it there. And on the risers of the stairs heading up to the landing, Chris put the contact paper with the mushrooms on it, and there is something about that it's been there for weeks, and every time I turn the corner and go up the stairs, I go, man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So lots of work going on in the house, a lot of sanding, a lot of staining and painting and finishing. It just it's never ending.
Yeah. So we've been busy.
Yeah, and we apologize. We had only anticipated taking September off, and it kind of turned into Advent, and yeah, then we got lost in Advent, and then that short little bit of time in between Christmas and Lent, and then it was Lent.
Yeah.
So it's been nice, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna have this every other week, and then on the off weeks, like you saw last week, I'll preach and have like a little less of a liturgy. It won't be so formal; it'll be a little more laid back. So expect to see more T-shirts and hats, and very much laid back. And that the whole purpose of that is to make everybody feel comfortable. I know there are folks that the high church liturgical robes and stuff, it's a little much for them, and we get that. We try to honor the seasons and give a mix of both so that everybody feels comfortable. Plus, not everybody wants to hear me yap about Jesus every week.
You're right. Not everybody does.
I was looking at you.
It's a lot of Jesus, okay?
I get it. And for those of you who are new, who haven't watched previous videos, I'm a pastor, so obviously there's a lot of my teaching is in Christ and the following Christ. I try not to use Christianity, because when you say that there's a connotation there that I don't want to have. But Christine's an atheist. She doesn't believe, and that's it's kind of like Wonder Twin powers unite. Because she's an atheist, and we between the two of us, we can talk about Christianity and the Bible and what I believe, and that's the fun part. She will ask questions. Hey, I know this. Like, what's your take? We've done Bible study together. She's asked me, read the Bible to me, and we have. Even though she doesn't believe, we still do that. And for me, like most people think, well, why would you marry an atheist? Well, I mean, the questions that she asks and the way that she asks them, it challenges me. It makes me really dig deep into my faith and what I believe. And there's a lot of questions of well, what do you think God thinks about this? And a lot of times my answer is, I'm not God. I have no clue. The Bible. A lot of folks say the Bible is our handbook to life, and there's a lot missing out of that handbook. There is no discussion. Jesus doesn't say, "Hey, therapy's a cool thing. Don't worry about it. It will help you heal." That's not in there. But it does give some, outlines and some basic things of faith. But Christine will usually push and ask, and she's a real good devil's advocate.
Yeah, well, that makes it sound like I'm not an atheist, but
You want me to edit that part out?
like a follower of Anton LaVey or something. No, it's fine. I'm still waiting for you to find somebody who has opinions. I know you can't give me an answer, but get some opinions from other pastors. If you are cryogenically frozen, devil's advocate, if you are cryogenically frozen for 100 years until they find the cure for whatever ails you, whatever made you pass, does your soul get frozen? Does your soul go to heaven and then come back 100 years later when they wake you up? Does your soul go to heaven and when they wake you up, you're just a zombie without a soul? What happens to your soul when you get cryogenically frozen and woken up 100 years later?
I have no clue.
I know you don't know.
Again, in the handbook of life that is the Bible, cryogenically freezing someone isn't in there.
I know someone has an opinion at least, and I need to find them.
Yes. And So the reason that we kind of brought that up, and you hear our playful banter, um, one, we want you in the comments or to message us, well, however you want to do it. Tell us like what topics are on your mind. What do you want us to pick apart? Is it what happens when you're cryogenically frozen? If that's the question, great. If you have an opinion on that, comment, message us, whatever. Let us know your thoughts. This community, there is no wrong answer. That's not. It's not about being right or finding the answers. It's having the discussion of, well, wh- there's not a definitive like God said kind of thing. What do we do with this? Same with like AI. You know, what does God think about us? You know, no, look, we get it. The data centers and whatnot are very much a detriment. They suck up water and stuff like that, and I get they're not cool. Um, but at the same time, both of us, like, you'll see some of the images that we use are AI generated because I don't know how to draw this stuff, and the only way I can think of to get these images that are in my head, like on the paper, is to verbally tell an AI chat bot to fix it. Um, you know,
What would God think of AI? And once the computers become self-aware, do we start attributing some sort of spirituality to them? What? What? So many questions.
exactly, exactly, and that's what Holy Interruptions is about. It's those little thoughts that interrupt your day, and you kind of have an ADHD hyper focus on finding an answer. And not that there's anything wrong with an ADHD hyper focus. We were out thrifting today, and my ADHD hyper focus is lighthouses, and we may have come home with 4 or 5 lighthouses.
We got a lot of stuff. We didn't spend a lot of money to get it. We found some really good prices. But for all the things we bought, because I was going for decor for the living room, for all the things we bought, I would say 75% of it was either a lighthouse or a cross or something with Jesus on it.
I didn't pick those out for the record.
I know. I basically said, "Ooh, look."
I mean, did we get a little mantle clock that has Jesus on it and another little picture of Jesus where he's looking off to the side? And did I put them together and go, Jesus Christ, look at the time? Of course I did. That was not at all where we were supposed to go with this.
No.
Holy Interruptions. But no, like we have those moments, the ADHD hyper focus, where we squirrel, and that's the whole part of this because we know some of you deal with it as well. Some of you you're just regular people that don't have that problem.
We're regular people.
Oh no, we are not regular people. we are very, very much neurodivergent.
Regular people can be neurodivergent. Regular people can have high IQs, low IQs, spirituality, no spirituality, neurotypical, neurodivergent, all of it.
I don't know. I just feel weird.
You're just trying to be special.
I mean, I am.
You are special. You are special.
Thank you. But no, like people who don't have ADHD still have those questions that boy, I really wonder, what does God think of this or what does God think of that? Please feel free to message us those questions. That's what this is all about. It's a place for you all to ask the questions, ask the be the devil's advocate, whatever. Let us know what you need us to talk about. Are we going to always have a definitive answer? Nope. No, we did quite often. Chris and I have a lot of conversations, and we don't have definitive answers for things. Um, and that's sometimes that's hard, of especially when Chris is asking about religious questions. Like what happens to your soul when you're cryogenically frozen? I don't know. I don't even think the Pope has, or the Vatican has, formulated any kind of formal church uh, theological position on it.
Write him a letter.
I mean, Leo seems like a pretty cool dude. I could probably write a letter and get a response. Which how awesome would that be to get an envelope that says the Vatican on it? Like I would flip.
You could send other pastors and priests into existential crisis by going into church and meeting with them and asking them. And when you realize nobody has an answer and now everybody doesn't know what they've done with their lives, you can ask the Pope.
I mean, why ask others? Why not just go to the horse's mouth on my own?
Fair.
Welcome to our conversations in our everyday life. No, seriously, what you see here is pretty much an everyday, and we talk like this all the time. Which I don't know that that's what normal people do.
You keep trying to be special.
Not me. We.
Neurotypical people? Is that what you mean by normal?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
People that don't have ADHD and OCD and
Well, I mean, I don't need to name the whole list, but we have a lot.
Yeah, we don't have to sing the alphabet of afflictions. But no, this is our normal life, and we enjoy talking about these things, even when we don't agree, which isn't very often.
There are times that there are a lot of times we don't agree, but we have nurtured an ability to compromise, and we're both really good at hearing the other person's take on things and admitting if there is validity to it and those kind of things. So even when we disagree, we keep talking and come to some sort of understanding.
Yeah. Even if it's in the middle of a Goodwill, and do you really need another lighthouse?
You bought so many lighthouses.
They were adorable. That Christmas one was adorable.
You tried to talk me in to a Taco Tuesday set.
That was not a Taco Tuesday set. That was a white people taco night kit. Look, in my defense, it was like a lazy Susan that had, like, you could put guac and chips and cheese and all your taco toppings. And in the center was the taco meat, and then everybody had a 2-taco stand.
Do you know where taco toppings belong?
On
top of a taco, not in a little lazy Susan bowl.
Right, but it allows people to choose what toppings they want.
What people besides us? Nobody. We don't have friends. These are our friends, and they can't eat tacos with us.
I mean, they can. Once, like, the construction of the house is done.
It's not construction, it's redecorating.
I know, but it looks like a construction zone in here.
Oh, yeah, our furniture and everything is everywhere.
With the ladders and the sanders and polyurethane and
That's
paint
fair.
and brushes.
That is fair.
I mean, at least I haven't had to break out the circular saw yet.
Yeah?
Well, I haven't. In doing all of this, I haven't had to use it yet.
I got you.
Although I did, it's I say that and now I think, maybe I don't need our nephew to help me. I can just use the saw there and cut it.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. the joys of redoing your home. uh, did you have any ideas of what we're going to get into for next time? You haven't thought that far ahead. Huh?
It's not even so much that I haven't thought that far ahead. It could change 10 times in the next 2 weeks before we go again.
That's true.
We've spent a lot of time historically on Holy Interruptions picking a topic like a very altruistic topic and being supportive and reassuring of people and things like that. And truly that comes from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want to keep doing those things, but I think much like this video that doesn't really have a topic, because we're reintroducing ourselves, I'd like to give them an example of what you're talking about, where I devil's advocate some questions.
We are not getting into being cryogenically frozen.
You might have an answer from the Pope by then. I don't know. So if you guys have any questions like that, even if you know what you feel the answer is, if you don't know if there is a church stance on it and you're interested, or if a lot of different people of the same religion have different beliefs. I mean, Christianity is split how many ways and they believe different things.
Right.
And you're trying to understand what he believes and why he believes it. If you have a devil's advocate question for me about, how can you not believe when blah, 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 please put them in the comments. Let us know. And we can include those in the rotation.
How can you not believe when you're married to a pastor?
How can you believe when you're married to an atheist?
Because I'm a pastor. If only you could see the look I'm getting.
Anyhow, reach out to us, send us a comment. But yeah, I think I'll ponder on some things that I want to ask about. I've asked you so many things I don't want to re-ask you. I want to really challenge you. I have a couple weeks, and we'll touch on that next time.
We can do that.
Cool.
We didn't come up with like a catchphrase or anything like that for this, did we?
I am so done with catchphrases. We have tried to make them stick.
I'd say something about transparency, but apparently that's cliche.
Oh, yeah, we had somebody say that. Don't go there. We don't need a closing statement. I guess our closing statement could be, hey, if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment.
That was very Miss K-esque.
Miss K?
The cooking lady.
The
British lady that can't cook. Please don't turn our outro into her struggle bus. No, we love Miss K. We get a laugh out of her closing that she struggles with every time, and some of the stuff she makes. Oh my!
I thought it was a good thing to say towards the end of the video.
It is.
I think another thing we can say is, see you in 2 weeks.
Well,
you'll see them next weekend.
Yeah. Next week would be just me. Like I said, kind of a laid back kind of liturgy, not real intensive, and then 2 weeks will be us again.
Oh yeah, let me check something. Talk. It's important for this video.
I love that there is just this on demand. Oh hey, you can just fill time. You know what you're doing. Just talk.
You're the pastor. That's what you do for a living.
That is fair. While she is looking at her thing, May 17th, here in Newcastle, we are having our second Indie Fest.
That's literally what I was looking up. It is a Sunday, and it is okay. So today is the 25th. 26th. The third.
It's like 3 weeks out.
Stick with us. The third is normal, or is
Me.
you. The 10th is us. The 17th is you.
Yes.
So yeah, that works. I just wanted to make sure what week we were on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go on. I'm sorry.
You asked me to fill time, so I did. And I did. Get this. Our brains were thinking the same thing here. No, May 17th from noon to 5 is going to be the second Indie Fest here in Newcastle. It is all local artists, food, authors, the whole nine. It'll be right at Giant Man Comics, right downtown.
Downtown Newcastle.
Yes, downtown Newcastle. I will be there. I will have both of my books for sale. So if you stop on by, pick up a book, I will happily sign that for you. And Chris is going to be making some dog treats to sell.
Yeah.
So what do you call them? Woogie bars?
Oh, peanut butter woogies.
Peanut butter woogies. So yeah, lots of cool things coming up. We're getting out into the community more. Pride is coming up. We're actually doing 2 of them this year. We'll be doing Pride in the Park here in Newcastle, and then we'll be a part of the Full Spectrum Pride in the Valley out in Ohio, and that'll be in June. So there'll be some opportunities to come and see us in person. We'd love to meet you if you're local to those, if we haven't already. Yeah, I think that's really all that we have coming up for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
No. So if you're local, stop down at the festival on the 17th. If you're not able to stop at any of the places we are, reach out anyhow. We can talk to you. We could, what do we use now? Zoom? We can Zoom you?
Zoom, Teams,
FaceTime? I don't know.
Google Video. There's 100 of them out there. We can use any platform. If you need to connect, let us know your preference, and we'll figure it out.
For sure. And if you guys are interested in his book, which is a big part of what we're doing at the Indie Fest, either one of his books, we're not in it for the money. He's in it to share a message. So if you are interested, it's on Amazon. It's going to be at the Indie Fest, all of that. But if you're interested and you're not able to come up with the funds, please reach out. We don't ever want money to be an obstacle to sharing that message. We can direct you to one of the libraries where you can check it out. We can direct you to how to get the ebook. We are eventually going to have him do an audiobook, but we're not quite there yet. So let us know. We'd love to share that message with you.
Yeah, that nicely done.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nothing else. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Okay, we can't leave it there. Again, welcome to our lives. This is what every day is like with us. No, thank you for being here with us. If you could hit the like, subscribe, share, that helps us, get a little more visibility with the algorithm. Although I never saw him dance.
Algorithm.
Anyway.
This is my life now.
Yep. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. Again, whatever topic you want us to cover, if there's anything that's on your mind that's just troubling you and you need some other folks to talk it out, let us know. We're happy to dig into those and help you out. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.